Abuja tomorrow, Thursday, for Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to participate in the 37th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of the African Union AU, held by President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale. He said President Tinubu will join other African leaders in issues such as climate change, as well as modalities of participation and priorities of the continental body in the G20. Of West Africa States, ECOWAS, in his capacity as the chairman of the regional body. The president will be accompanied on the trip.
The people see this new directive given by the federal government. Our man, OLUYOLEFM, now completes the story.
With all my strength to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God.
In 1976, Professor Felicia Adebola wrote the Nigerian pledge that was aimed at teaching every citizen of the country to honor and serve. This is one of the major emblems and signs that represent Nigeria as a sovereign country, its beauty and cultural heritage of the nation. President Tinubu recently ordered mandatory recitation of national pledge as official engagement. President Tinubu stated that this will ensure absolute respect for the national symbols, strengthen allegiance and fidelity to country, and preserve Nigeria's ethos and defining character. The president therefore directed the mandatory recitation of the national pledge after the national anthem at every official and public engagement. BCOS News sought to know the connection between the national pledge of our country and the respect an individual will have for the nation.
We should be loyal to our country, we should be patriotic, we should recite the pledge. Why that may be necessary, it is not sufficient. And why do I say so? It is not supposed to be a one-way thing. The question is this meant for the masses alone or for both the leaders and the led? What about those who are, what about our leaders? Are they promoting our values? Are they promoting our ethos? Where are the time-tested values, the time-tested values of Africa? Where are they? Are they promoting it? And I dare say that it's a contract, okay? The relationship between the leaders and the led, those who are governing us and, the governed, okay? There is a relationship between, the two of us, and it is a contract. And in the contract, both of us have responsibilities, we have obligations, okay, as well as rights. And so it will not be right, for a party to be calling on, the masses, okay, to do certain things when those who are in charge, particularly, from what we are seeing, those who are working with the president, when they are not promoting those time-tested values.
The content of the national pledge is a moral booster and inspiration towards patriotism for the nationals. But what observers are saying is that the nation's leaders must be ready to show example to the followers. OLUYOLEFM, BCOS News.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has placed a 20 million naira bounty on any criminal caught in the FCT. Mr. Wike made the declaration during the parade of suspects of kidnappings, one-chance robbery and other criminalities by the FCT Police Command in Abuja. He stated that in a couple of days, the police and other security agencies will receive more communication gadgets and other equipment needed to carry out their duties. Effective cases have been recorded in Abuja involving over 200 victims.
Meanwhile, men of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command have arrested 7 notorious kidnappers in Abuja. 9 million naira believed to be ransom money was recovered. Parading the suspect today, the FCT Police Commissioner CP Benneth Igwe said the kidnappers were arrested by operatives of the Utako Police Division in a coordinated operation at Tudunada, Lugbe, and Piakasa area of Trade Mall. According to him, the suspects were linked to high-profile kidnapping cases in the FCT and its environs. He added that all the suspects have confessed to their crime and are given useful information to aid the arrest of other gang members.
Governor Seyi Makinde will on Friday, 16th of February 2024, commission the 12.5 kilometers Challenge Oduono-Ilewe Elebu Akpata dualized road project. The governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, is expected at the event as special guest of honor. Venue of the formal commissioning is the Owode Housing Estate Junction along Ibadan-Abekuta Road by 10 a.m.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. Valentine's Day is celebrated by couples around the world every year on February 14. This day is a time for lovers to express their affection and appreciation for each other. In this report, Olamide Owolabi examines the origin and the significance of celebration. Her report is presented by Victor Okune.
Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day, is celebrated across the world on February 14th every year. It originated as a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine who was selfless during his lifetime, but it is celebrated today as Lovers' Day. Both married and unmarried couples dedicate this day as a day to celebrate each other. Lovers celebrate this day in various ways, like exchanging gifts, posting each other on their social media platforms to express their love, going out on dates, watching movies at the cinema, and basically spending time with each other. This day used to be celebrated with different red attires as a symbol of love, but today only few people do, as people complain about the state of the economy, hence it wouldn't be celebrated as it used to be. Therefore, various organizations like churches, NGOs have organized seminars to educate youths on how to behave on such days. While speaking with BCOS News, some youths expressed their opinions on what the day is about and how they will celebrate it.
Valentine is a day we share love to people we love and people we care for. It doesn't really matter we are into the person, like there's something holding us or there's a bond. But I feel Valentine is a day we remember someone we love and we kind of give to the person something from our heart.
It's a difficult thing because the economy is not smiling. If you can see the outside, people are just going around with their businesses and a lot of things, not like before. That you see people wearing red and white all around, and you know that there is effectiveness of Valentine period. But you know why? We are all celebrating Valentine.
So this cake I'm holding, someone ordered for it to celebrate Valentine. This cake is actually for our partner. Yes, so she's sharing love by buying this cake.
It's actually dicey for me because I'm not a firm believer of celebrating a particular day to share love. So my own belief, my own personal conviction is that you share love every day. You prophesize love to your loved ones every chance and opportunity you get. Love is contagious. It's not something you just pick a day for. So I actually don't per se celebrate Valentine as a day itself. I'm single, so there is even no reason to do it. But then I feel like I respect people that do it, and the celebration, the coloration, and the thoughts process backing the celebration itself. So it's okay.
It's just about sharing gifts among your friends and the person that you love, like showing love to your friends, not just for a boyfriend or girlfriend, just your family member.
Speaking on the celebration day to appreciate one's benefactor, he counseled youths to celebrate the day responsibly.
For people that are yet to get married and so on, I will advise you. It's not a day to mess up yourself. It's not a day that whatever you do can destroy your life. Make it a holy day. Make it a holy day. If there is anybody around you, somebody who loves you, somebody who maybe you are dating and so on, it may be a day of thoughtfulness about your life. That is sitting together, planning what your life could be, especially when you get married and so on. But I will continue to say it. It is not a day to be used to commit series of sins. No.
Valentine's Day is a day to show love to everyone.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. Meanwhile, as the world celebrates this year's Valentine's Day, there is need for sharing of love beyond the extraordinary at the home front, considering the economic crisis affecting marriages. This program, Orotun Law, our man, Bode Akinjola, compiled the report. Bode's report is presented by Bimbo Akombi.
Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day, is celebrated across the world on February 14th every year. It originated as a Christian feast day.
The Wednesday Live BCOS Current Affairs Network program, Orotunlo, was a special edition for Valentine's with the topic, Valentine, the language of love at a trying time. Answering questions on the live show, a renowned marriage and relationship therapist, Dr. Funke Adetuberu, stated that showing of love should be beyond February 14. She noted that gift sharing, physical touch out of service to one another, communications, spending quality time together, and appreciating one another is more needed at this time.
Relationship has to be intentional. You have to make up your mind to make things work. It has to be intentional. You cannot afford to be like a Desica, take things for granted. We have to be able to start dealing with each the meal. I gave you 2,000 naira to go and buy food. Thank you for managing it. I appreciate you. Your food is sweet. This concoction is best. We have to be intentional. If we are not intentional, we are not deliberately doing things now because of the pressure that we have in. The pressure is serious. Everybody is feeling the heat.
On youthful exuberance, Dr. Funke Adetuberu also stated that there is need for parents to rise up to the situation of putting their wards in the right path to avoid teenage pregnancy, single motherhood, and fatherless children.
Don't let anybody use a bottle of wine to break your virginity. Your virginity is the only gift that your Creator gave you. Keep it for a man that will treasure it, not a man that will trash it, or a man that would take it and run away and you won't find the man again. Some of you, if you are not careful, you can get pregnant today, abort, and that will be the end of you having children. Some of you can get pregnant today, the pregnancy will not abort, husband or your father having children. So being careful. For a single man, hey, somebody say, don't worry, I'm a man, I will use condom. Condom cannot cover your...
Contributes to the discussion with some callers calling parents to protect the future of youths.
In the meantime, today is Ash Wednesday. The day marks the commencement of Lent, a 40-day season of prayer, fasting, and giving. The Roman Catholics and some other Christian denominations observe. It is a time of at Easter. Ash Wednesday is the first day of the liturgical season of Lent that falls 6.5 weeks before Easter each year. It dates back to the 11th century, according to the Vatican, but the tradition of marking one's forehead with ashes is rooted in the ancient ashes as a sign of penance.
Chairman of the Ondo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Mr. Fatai Adams, is dead. Though details of his death have not been revealed, it was gathered that he died in the early hours of today. The party's publicity secretary, State Working Committee of the PDP in Ondo State, had announced the suspension of Mr. Adams last month over alleged anti-party activities.
Meanwhile, no fewer than 18 shops were confirmed to have been destroyed in a gas explosion that occurred at Agbado Road in the Toyin area of Ifako-Ijaye, local government area of Lagos State. The incident occurred late on Tuesday. The Director, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, gave the update today in a statement made available to journalists. Mrs. Adesheye says, being unloaded from a mini truck at a gas station. She added that the fire spread to the opposite side of the street, destroying 18 shops along.
Safety Board (NTSB) has provided pictures of the location where the helicopter carrying Access Holdings Chief Executive Officer Dr. Herbert Wigwe crashed. Dr. Wigwe, his wife Doreen, their son Chizi Wigwe at a border. The images were released after an NTSB board member, Michael Graham, said they had visited the site and outlined the activities conducted on the first full day of investigation. Mr. Graham further said the team conducted aerial drone mapping and documented the wreckage. According to him, various electronic devices and onboard equipment were recovered at the scene for further examination and analysis.
On the foreign scene, thousands of farmers have gathered on the outskirts of India's capital, New Delhi, to set out demands for guaranteed minimum prices for their crops, debt relief and policy reforms. The protests are being led by more than 250 farmer unions, including the Kishan Mazdo Sangharsh Committee and the Samyukta Kishan Morcha (SKM), which has the backing of more than 100 unions, with participants arriving far and wide from states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. The protests are being coordinated from Punjab and is gaining support that transcends state boundaries. The farmers are marching towards New Delhi with their tractors and trucks in tow, during one attempt by firing rounds of tear gas to scatter the farmers.
To end this edition of Newscope, here again are the main points. The federal ship signed with the United Kingdom on Tuesday.
20 million naira bounty on
February 2024 commissioned the 12.5 kilometers Challenge Oduono Ilewe Elebu Akpata dualized road project. The governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, is expected at the event as special guest of honor.
And on the foreign scene for their crops, debt relief and policy reforms.
And that's all from Newscope Desk for now. It was packaged by Mary Adedapo and delivered by
Pelumi Asende. Good evening.
And Temitope OK. Thanks for listening and don't forget to tune.
In news, sports and entertainment, we got everything you need and so much more, yeah. 98.5 FM, Oluyole. 98.5 FM. Hear me now, go down to the #1 station. Educative and quality information. Lighting up your day in so many ways. To 98.5 FM. 98.5 FM.
Àmì òjèjì rédíò tí ó láfiwé Olúyọ̀lé FM àwa ni bàbá.
Nurse, mo máa rí ìpè yín láìpẹ́ yìí. Ṣé àlàáfíà ni ayọ̀ wà?
Níṣẹ́ ni olùkọ́ Ayọ̀ ní kó máa lọ sí ìwòsàn ní gbogbo ìgbà nítorí ikọ́ rẹ̀ tí ò dáwọ́ dúró rárá.
Pẹ̀lẹ́ Ayọ̀, òótọ́ mà ní, ńṣe ni ara ẹ̀ ń gbóná pàápàá, ṣùgbọ́n a ti fún ní oògùn ikọ́ bíi ìgò 2 lọ báyìí.
Tí ikọ́ bá kọ̀ tí ò lọ, ó lè jẹ́ atọ́nà òfin. Mo rí ọ̀kan lára àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wa pàápàá náà lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá tí ó ní àwọn àmì ara irú eléyìí náà. Ẹ ṣe àyẹ̀wò kẹ́ lè mọ̀ dájú.
Ẹgbẹ́ àmọ́ ohun tí ń ṣe.
Àwọn ọmọdé náà lè ní àìsàn ikọ́ fèé tí wọ́n bá ti ní ìfararora pẹ̀lú